conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So yesterday we have just had a discussion about introduction to the Excel class. So where we have understood how to open a file generally and make it in a perfect view to have a look at about the data, number of rows and number of columns present in that, right? So it's a quite a small thing. What were the things we have been discussed yesterday? It was just for you to get the understanding of the file things in the Excel. And today we are going to discuss about the filter operations. Okay, so filters are quite a common thing in every kind of skill set. It's not just in the Excel itself. You can also do that in the SQL, in the Python, in the Power BI, in the Tableau. Wherever we go, these filters are going to follow us. So we'll try to see these options of filters in the Excel. The same options you might also feel that in the Power BI as well. The reason because the products are of the same. Okay, the reason is of what? Because of the products are, sorry, the product is of both of them are in the Microsoft. So let us try to discuss the things today. So when we have the data opening in this manner, we need to first of all adjust the column widths accordingly. So for that I have selected the entire data and then go between any two columns and do the double click. Then it will adjust your data to the complete column width. So later we have seen about the number of rows. To how to find out the number of rows means go to any one column. Suppose if you go to the column number A and select the row count, it is going to show like 1,63,066. So minus 1 we need to do because the first row is a header. And afterwards I came to know what are the number of columns present. Select any one row and it is going to show the count as 12 means nothing but there are 12 number of columns present. So in this way we have been understood regarding the number of rows and number of columns. So here we have also seen what is the importance of the columns. So let us now try to understand about the filter operation. So filter operations in the sense what? Generally what is meant by filter? Filter in the sense selecting the subset of the data. Okay. Subset of the data is what is meant by the filter. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I have shared it. Maybe yesterday that, yes, yeah. So I will send it to that today. Okay. No problem. So use the same file for few classes, guys. Okay. So in this one, I wanted to apply the filter. What is the meaning of filter generally? Generally, when I say filter, nothing but we are going to select some part of the data from the entire available data. I am calling it as what? Subset of data. Selecting the subset of data. Subset of data in the sense, suppose, like say, I'm having some numbers with me. Okay. I'm having some list of numbers. In this way, I have some numbers. Suppose I am taking few numbers like 2 comma 5 comma 8. If I take 2 comma 5 comma 8 and if I call these 2 5 8 are subset of this particular list, is it a correct statement? No. Why? Because you have taken this 8 which is not present in this part of list. That's the reason it is not a subset. If I don't have that, of course I can say 2 comma 5 are the subset. So the meaning here is, what are the things that are available with you? From that you are selecting what you wanted, selecting some part of the data which is already present here. That is how I can say 2 comma 5 are subset. So in the same way, Excel also, when you have different types of hospitals are there, different types of cities are there, or different types of discharges are there, a lot of information here I'm having is with respect to the numerical information and also the text data type of information. Suppose if you look at the total discharges, it's clearly a numerical information. All columns are what? Numerical information. Remaining columns are what? All of them are text data. Even though provider ID is having some numerical values present in that, I won't consider generally that as a text, means that numerical information I want to consider. What is the reason behind that? Even though provider ID is having purely numbers, of course it might be treated as a numerical information, but we don't usually consider that as a numericals. See, the understanding here is with respect to the business impact of that numerical column. A column, I can say it's a numerical when it have, first of all numbers should be there without any alphabets or special characters in that. Later part of the time, you should also look at whether that column, if I make any change, is it going to create any business impact or not. We also call it as facts. Okay, we'll get that better understanding when you move to Power BI and SQL. So as of now, just understand that If you have a numerical information, we will be going to consider that as a number column. If you have a text data or like alphabets or special characters are present, that would be considered as what? It is considered as a normal text data, or else strings also we will be going to call it. Okay, so my focus here now as of now is on the applying filter on the text data. So I will go for city column. You have a provider city here. Upon this provider city, let us try to apply some filter. So how to apply the filter? First of all, you can go to in the home tab. Under this editing section, you have sort and filter option. You can just normally click on this filter. That will be going to give you these drop downs symbols for every column. That's how we can able to apply the filter. Or else we have the keyboard shortcut key to apply the filter. So if you don't have the filter present here, if you want to apply the filter, just click on Ctrl plus Shift plus L. Okay, what is the keyboard shortcut key? Okay, the shortcut key for filter, it's going to be Ctrl plus Shift plus L. See, always the thing with the shortcut keys are nobody can remember all the shortcuts. It's not possible also. So what are the things we mostly use in our day-to-day life as a data analyst things? We are going to discuss about some of those shortcut keys. So here I'm talking about the filter operation, right? So Control plus Shift plus L is the keyboard shortcut. Even you can see when you go for the sort and filter option here, if you just hover on this filter, can you see what is showing in the filter brackets? Can you see in this place? Control plus Shift plus L, turn on the filtering for the selected cells. Then click on the arrow in the column header to narrow down the data. The complete documentation of each option was already present here. What it was saying, when you click on this filter operation, let me just click on the filter operation. Here you will get this arrow kind of drop down arrow in every column header, and you can just click on that to narrow down your data. In the sense, you can select what is the data that you wanted from this available things. So first of all, I will apply the filter, and important thing is when I clicked on the filter, it has given the options to apply the filter on each and every column. Let's say I don't want to go for all the columns, only for provider city I want to apply the filter. Just select that column, don't select any other thing, only select the provider city, go to the sort and filter, click on filter. Now filter was applied for which column? Only the city column. So you should understand here the requirement for you is to apply the filter on all the columns, or is it just for one single column you want? Or let me say I want to take it for multiple columns. So for example, if you click on this provider name and also clicking on provider street address and clicking on the zip code, how to select multiple columns? If suppose two columns side by side are there, just I will click on it and drag it. Click it and drag it, then you can select two columns. Let's say I want to select the provider name and provider city. Is it possible without use? If I drag it, D also will come in between, but I don't want the D, only C and E columns I want. Simply what I can do, first of all, select column C. Any other column you want, just hold on to the control key. Okay, click on the control key, click on E. Okay, click on the control and then click on that column. Suppose you want H also, column H, hold the control, click on H. Now three columns are selected. Like that you can select the columns, multiple columns in different places. If you want the C, D and E column, you don't need to do control and all, just click on it, drag it to C, D, E. It's easy. Only thing when you use to control means when the columns are placed in multiple different places. Understood? So that is how. First of all, let me say I want to apply the filter on column C and column E. Already I have applied it. First of all, let me remove. Okay, I'm going for the column C and then column E and then column H. For these three columns I want to apply the filter. Select those columns, go to the sort and filter, click on filter. Okay, wait a minute, this is not available in this place. I thought it will be in Power BI. Okay, not a problem. If you want for all the columns, you can select only one column at a time, go for the filter. Or else you can see this one, you can go click on Control plus Shift plus L also for this particular place. See, the option in the Excel was, this is one of a problem. Without in Power BI we have this option actually, where you can able to apply the multiple column selection, but selection was the same process. Okay, so in this way I can able to apply the filter on the columns that I select of my choice. Don't select multiple columns and apply the filter, just one column you select and click on apply the filter. Or else you can just remove the filter by selecting only that place. How to remove means just only go to the same place and again you click on it, that will remove. So let us see what are the options you have under this provider city. Okay, what are the options you have under this provider city. So I'm clicking on this filter. Just go into the drop down. You'll see all your unique values present under the column will be shown. So the city names, what are all, even this particular city name was present for multiple times, that will be only shown for one single time. Like that, all your unique values of the city column will be available. So finding out what is the city you needed from this entire list can be sometimes tough. Suppose I wanted to find out, do we have any city called as New York? It was obviously going to be tough for me to, where is n, where is n, I need to go in this manner. It's a tough thing for me. Then at the time you can use the search bar on the top. I will type for New York. If there is any such city present, it will come. See, I'm typing. Yes, there is a New York city is present. So with that, you can just click on OK. That's it. You're only going to get which cities now? New York cities. No other cities will be going to come. So only the records with having the provider city value as New York is going to come in the output when you apply the filter on this city column. In this manner, here you have only selected one single value, right? For example, let me clear the filter. You can see you can use this option called as clear filter from provider city to remove the filter. See here, erasing the filter is one thing, removing the filter is one thing. Erasing filter in the sense what? Erasing the filter means, suppose let me say I have unselected everything and I only selected some 2 or 3 cities in this manner. Some random 3 cities I selected. Now I just wanted to apply the filter and I clicked on these 3. So fine, well and good, these 3 cities records you are getting. Now I wanted to bring back our entire data. Just ignoring this filter, I want all the cities again. Simply one thing is, you can erase the filter, that is nothing but clearing the filter, or else you can go to directly this sort and filter and click on remove the filter. If you remove the filter, this option will go out. See, your entire city is coming back, all the records. For example, if I have taken 1 or 2 cities, okay, I have selected these 3 cities like this, click on OK. Now if I wanted to again bring back the entire data, one option is what? Remove the filter by going into this, or else use the Ctrl plus Shift plus L also, that will remove. But the problem is, once you have removed, again you want to apply the filter, means again you need to apply it, because option itself is going, right? Multiple times you're trying to apply the filter whenever you want it. So instead of that, simply if I erase this, filter option will be there, no need to apply every time. So that is the reason why if you click on clear filter, this clear filter only removes the selection, but your option was still there. Instead, if I do in the previous operation, like selecting only few cities of my choice, I have selected these 3 cities, click on OK. If I remove the filter from this place, what is going to happen? That option itself is will be gone. Again I need to freshly apply the option whenever you need to apply the filter. So that's the reason erasing filter can be better if you have in mind that I need to apply the filter many times in that particular place. Okay, so this is a simple operation of looking at the filter. You're just understood about erasing the filter and clearing the filter, and even how to select the values, multiple values from the list of values you have under that column. Even we can able to leverage the search option present there. Let me again apply the filter. Ctrl plus Shift plus L, going into the provider city. I am looking for the New York city. I'm looking for the New York city. So you can just unselect it and click on OK. Let me say I also want the Los Angeles. Okay, first of all unselect everything. Okay, just go for the New York ones, New York, and you can just click this on OK, and you'll be going to get the New York. Later you can go for, and again you want for Los Angeles. For example, I am typing for this Los Angeles. Again you have for this Los Angeles, you'll get this, click on OK. So in this way you can able to achieve the cities by selecting. So here if you want for multiple values, that's a problem. Here I am unable to select both New York and Los Angeles, only one I have been able to select here. But you have the option in some place. See, when I click on this one, you can see there is a text filters option. See this layout, whatever you are discussing here, all of these things will be repeated same way in the Power BI. Exactly the ditto, it will be available in the Power BI also. Okay, the same filters. So in this text filters, first of all let me remove the filter. No filter was applied on this column as of now. Going into the text filters, and you have equals option. You have equals option, just click on equals. What is going to happen now? If you want, I will do one thing, just for your understanding purpose. I will take you to the Power BI. don't worry about the connections and all. Just for your understanding purpose, I will just show you that layout, how in the Power BI the filter operations are going to look like. Okay, for your understanding purpose only, don't worry about installations or don't worry about uh, how the data was brought and all. Okay, so I'm just going into the data set. I'll be going to select here. So I'm bringing the same file only, same hospital charges file only. I'm just bringing into this place. So which column I'm using? City column, right? I'll go to the city column. Let us come here. Can you see there is a city column present here? Can you see this option? This is the same. In the Power BI, you no need to worry about applying the filter on your own. Okay, you don't need to apply the filter on your own. The option will be obviously present here. You just need to click on it. Okay, you just need to click on this one. The same layout, same in the Excel also. Now you want to search for any New York, type the New York. Can you see New York here? Click on OK. That's it. Same New York City will be coming. Similar layout, right? Same way, if you observe, there is a text filters option. Equals, does not equals, begins with, does not begins with. The same kind of thing. If I click on equals, you'll get a new tab. If I click on equals, you'll get a new tab. This tab is again going to be a lot more similar to what you are able to see that in Excel. Okay, maybe some extra options are available in the Power BI than the Excel, but what I mean to say here is the filter layouts are almost going to look same both in Power BI as well as the Excel. Okay, so any in one place if you learn, in other place it's going to be the same. Huh? Huh? Sorry, come again. I can't say that. That's maybe, but Excel you can able to perform visualizations also. But the thing is, in this Excel we can't able to do the append operations, or you can't able to do the merging. You can't able to do some new kind of extra advanced level of calculations, and you can't able to modeling part. We can't able to do in the Excel. So Excel is just for our handling the basic amounts of small data. Even Excel can't able to handle the big amounts of data. Suppose if you go beyond some 1 million records, Excel can't able to open that much. Excel will truncate the data and will show you. Suppose you have 20 lakhs of records. If you open that file in the Excel, it will only show some 13 or 12 lakhs rows only. Remaining rows it will truncate. So you can't able to perform operations on that big size data. So that is the reason Power BI was going to be very much fast, very much efficient in handling the large amounts of data. Okay, but what I mean to just comparison wise I'm saying, because you're also going to learn anyhow Power BI in our course. So at the time you might also remember, okay, we have seen this in the Excel also, or some people might directly start with Power BI. For them we'll be going to show later part of the time when they're learning the Excel. Okay, we have already seen this in the Power BI. So in that way it is going to give you the better understanding. Okay, so in the Power BI and in the Excel also you have the similar kind of the layouts. So that is what I just want to show you. Okay, fine. Now here you can select equals to what, equals to, I am looking for New York, I'm looking for New York, I'm typing here New York. You can okay, only New York details are coming. Same way, if you want you can also opt for the rest of the options. You can see even though you click on equals option, the remaining like does not equal, begins with, ends with, these things will show there. See, I'll show you. Click on equals, there is a drop down. Click on the drop down, equals, does not equal. But actually here you are getting is greater than or is equal to, those also. But those options are for the numerical columns. Okay, we'll see that in the numerical columns for that. But as of now let us focus on the equals. And you can see begins with, does not begins with, ends with, those options we will be going to discuss now. So exactly whatever the text you want, you should enter. For example, I am having in mind value called as New York. I have trying to enter, but I have written only NEW space YOR. Click on OK. Are you getting any data? You won't get it. The reason is what, you have wrongly entered the spelling of the city value. So when you are looking for the equals option, you should make sure you are entering the correct spelling. If you don't enter the correct spelling, your data won't come. That is one small thing you should remember. And one more thing, just let me clear the filter again. I will go for the same place, click on the text filters, click on the equals. Now I am typing the New York in the small letters, New York in the small letters. But actually in your data of provider city everything is in the capital letters, right? If you click on OK, the data was still coming. Means Even though you enter the small letters, no problem, it is going to handle. This is an exception in the Power BI, where if you enter the small letters there, it won't give you the capital letter word. Okay, leave behind that one, later we'll discuss. Focus on this Excel. Now when you are entering the small letters also, no problem. Still, if the New York is in the capital letters in your data, you can able to find it out. So there is no problem with respect to that. Understood, right? So in the equals option, you need to exactly enter the spelling, that is for sure. If you misspelled anything, even one letter also, you won't get the data. Okay, same way, for example, I can see like the next option, does not equals. What is does not equal? Just opposite of equals. If I say I don't want the New York city details, apart from New York, you have 1,000 cities, means give me all 1,000, no problem, but I should not get the New York. In those scenarios, I will use the does not equal. Does not equals, if I write here New York, does not equals New York, and if you click on OK, apart from New York, every other city details will come. You can see that here. Okay, every other city details will come. So in this manner, I am able to understand the difference of equals and does not equals. Let me clear the filter again. Let's go back. What are the other options we have? Next one, begins with. What is beginning with? Whenever you're dealing with the text data, you should know beginning side in the sense starting letters. Suppose I want to find out the cities whose city name is starting with the letters NEW. My city starting three letters should be what? NEW. After NEW, write anything, I am not at all worried about it, but my first three letters should be NEW. The same order it should come. So I can select here begins with what? NEW. Click on OK. Can you see Newport, New Haven, New Britain, New York is there, Newton is there, New York is coming. You can see all the city values wherever NEW is your starting letters, only those are going to come in the output. Hope you're able to understand all of this. That is what is beginning with. Same way you have does not begins with. Let me clear the filter again. Let's go to the option. What is it have? Ends with is there. Ends with is there. When I say ends with, let me say my city should end with letter I. Only one character I am asking. You can enter any number of characters. Suppose I can write down here cities ending with YORK. YORK should be my last four characters in any city name you take. Last four should be YORK. Before YORK, you write 100 characters also, no problem for me. But ending should be YORK. You see here, interesting thing is, before YORK you don't have anything at all. Still the city is also coming. My requirement there is my city should end with YORK. Before that, it can be anything present or nothing present also, there is no problem. That is how I am able to get this answer. Understood? Now let us also discuss about the next operation. Clearing it will give you the correct understanding. That's the reason every time I'm clearing it, otherwise multiple filters might apply, it will create a confusion. Okay, so text filters I'm going, and again I'm using the option called as contain. Contains in the sense what? I want the cities whose I'm looking for some letter called as Z in the city name. If you have anywhere letter Z in that, I want that. Let it be present in the first letter or in the last letter or in between, anywhere it can be. I don't worry about it. If it is there, Z, it can start with or it can be end with Z also, no problem. I will get those details. These are the city details. Can you see here? Here Z is the last letter coming. Here also Z is in between. Here Z is a starting letter. Hope you're able to understand, right? Contains in the sense it can be anywhere. It can be beginning, it can be ending, or it can be in between as well. Okay, so that is how you can able to use the option called as contains. Same way, does not contain. I want the cities should not contain Z in that. Z should not be there. It can be anywhere. That Z should not be present in my city name. If you click on city names, whatever you get here, that should not have the Z either in the beginning or in the ending or in between also. Wherever you take, the city name should not be repeated. That is what is does not contains. Okay, that is what does not contains. So just keep that in mind. And next one is what? Custom filter. In this custom filter, the same tab whatever you are getting every time, you will be able to open. Okay, you'll be able to open the same thing only, right? You are getting every time equals. This time on the city column you are selecting, so from city you are able to get it. So there is nothing new in the custom filter actually. Understood? But the thing is here, for me, I am having a requirement to get the data of both New York and Los Angeles. Both I want. City can be New York or city can be Los Angeles. Anything it can be. I want that data. So how to handle that at the time? Selecting two values. So there are multiple ways to do this. One way is go to this drop down, look for only the New York. Where is New York present? You just look for in this manner. Writing New York, New York, New York in this manner. You can just look for that. It will be a very tough thing. Means looking at those many values like that. So easy task can be go to the text filters, go to equals. Any one place, there is no problem. But I want equal to New York, equal to Los Angeles. So I'm referring to equals. So if you first of all enter what is the first thing you're looking for, New York is the one thing you are entering. Then where I need to enter Los Angeles. Los Angeles, if I want, I need to pass a another condition. So carefully observe. Here I am going to pass now two different conditions. One condition says city equals New York. Another condition says city equals Los Angeles. As we have two different conditions, I need to combine the condition and the resultant should be applied in the output. So how to combine two different conditions means using the and comma or operator. We have and comma or operator which we will be going to be useful for applying the filter. So the condition here is I need to select what here equals. Okay, let us first of all go for equals. Equals to what? Los Angeles. Here, if you are having any doubt in the spelling guys, you have a drop down. If you click on this drop down, you can also use this. Okay, so this is a Los Angeles, right? Just click on it, it will help you. Okay, so just if you have any doubt in the spelling, you can just refer to that drop down also. So I have written two conditions. The important part is going to come now. Which operator do I need to select? Is it and or is it or? Hmm? Or and both the answers I am getting. Let's see. Okay, let us discuss then. And is a wrong answer. It should be or because I'll tell you why. Okay, see, and operator comma or operator is a very important operators. Again, the same concept what I discussed now will be repeated in every place, in the Python, in the SQL, in the Power BI, in the Tableau, everywhere. Okay, see, when you have two different conditions, first of all let us focus on one single condition. I'll remove the filter. Okay, first of all let me remove the filter. Suppose I am passing a condition and asking you how in the background it will verify I'm selling. What is the condition I'm saying? City is equal to New York. This is the condition, right? When you apply a filter, this is the condition you are passing. This condition will be verified against each and every record. If the record is giving you true for this condition, that record will come, otherwise that won't come. That is the actual background of the filter. Suppose you take this first record. What is the city name? Dotan is the city name. So for this column, city name is Dotan. You will compare here. What is city name for that record? Dotan. Is equal to what you are comparing? Is equal to New York. Is it correct? Is this condition correct now? It's a false. So this record is not going to come if you pass a condition where city is equal to New York. Why? Because in that row your city value is Dotan. You are comparing it with New York. On the equal to, you know, right, LHS is equal to RHS. The same concept. On the other side of equal to Dotan, other side of equal to New York, which is not matching. That's the reason why it will give you false. That record won't come. If there is a city value called as New York present in your data, then you will write down city value is New York. You are comparing what is your condition saying? That should be is equal to New York. Now both the values are same. What it is now? It is going to be true. So as it is giving you true, this record is going to come in the output. So this is how in the background filter is going to be applied. Now what you can understand here, any condition you take, there are only two possible answers present. What are the possible answers? True or false. It can be any condition. Suppose there is an employee whose salary is some 40,000. I'm going and saying that fetch me the employees who are earning above 50,000. One person's salary is 40,000. There are so many employees working, and I am asking to fetch the details of the employees whose salary is above 50,000. So that X person who is earning 40,000, that record won't come in the output, right? Because why? I have told a condition to fetch only the records with more than 50,000 of salary. So here the condition you should pass means that should satisfy or does not satisfy. Satisfies means true, does not satisfies means false. So here Any condition you take, that is going to give you how many records I mentioned? Two possible records. Let me just show you that I am taking two conditions. Condition number A, condition number B I will call. Okay. Condition number A, condition number B. Consider this is your city is equal to New York, city is equal to Los Angeles otherwise. What are the possible answers for one condition means true or false? What are the possible answers if we have two different conditions? Do you remember the truth tables? Any two conditions you take, there are four possibilities will be there. First possibility is having both the conditions as true. Second possibility, first condition is true, second condition is false. First condition is false, second condition is true. Both of them can be false. Apart from this, do you have any other possibility? It is just like tossing two coins at a time. One coin if you toss head or tail you will get. Two coins at the same time if you toss, both can be head, both can be tails. One head, one tail. First coin tail, second coin head. Same possibilities these are also. Now let us combine these things. If I suppose use AND operator between these two conditions, if I suppose use OR operator between these two conditions, suppose if I use AND operator, both of them are true, it is going to be true. Then one condition is true, other condition is false, it's going to be what? False. Again same thing, false. Again two false, false. So what is one statement I can say regarding AND operator is, I need to use an AND operator when both the conditions are true. If at least one condition is true means that record won't come, because why? You're getting false. I told you because why? When you get a record, when you get the condition result as true. But here by using the two conditions, if I combine using AND operator, I'm getting a false, which is not possible to get the output, right? So when I can get the output, when you have the conditions giving you true as a resultant, if I use AND operator, that is only possible when both the conditions are true. Am I right? What about OR operator? So if one condition is true, that is okay for me. I will get it true as a resultant. Both the conditions are true. What is OR is going to do? True. One true, one false. True. One false, one true. True. And both of them are false. It's false. So if I wanted to say two statements regarding AND comma OR operator, I will use AND operator only when both the conditions are true. I will use the OR operator if it at least one condition is true for me. If that is okay, I will go for the OR operator. Now let us go back to our filter. Here what is that I have asked? Let me just close it. So what is that I have asked here? I wanted to find out the cities of what? New York as well as Los Angeles. When I apply the filter, I'm going for the equals. Here I'm writing first of all New York, and in the second place I am going for equals and I'm writing the Los Angeles here. I'm writing the Los Angeles here. When I look for the AND operator, you're not getting anything. You're not getting anything. So what is the problem means? That is the actual issue there present was. Let me go for this custom filter. Wait a minute. Okay, because of what I used an AND operator. What if I have used OR operator? Why when I use AND operator no records were coming means? I'll just simply explain you. Wait, let me just cancel this out and I'll remove the filter. Okay, see what are the two conditions I passed. I'll just write for one or two rows. Okay, so the two conditions says that this is my first condition, city is equal to New York. You mentioned what? AND operator. Next condition is what? Los Angeles. I'll write directly, no need to write about uh, those single quotes and all. So just ignore these two conditions quotes, okay, for now. So these are my two conditions combined with what? And operator. Now take a first record. Take first record. What is city value? Dothan. Come and write here. City value is Dothan. Dothan is equal to New York. Dothan is equal to New York. True or false? False. Next one. And what about the next one? Dothan is equal to Los Angeles. Again false. False and false. So if I write down this condition using AND operator, does my first record going to come in the output? No. Because of what? It was false. I will take one more record. Let me say the city name of New York. I don't find it anywhere. Let me directly, I will write it. Okay, I'll directly write it, guys. Otherwise, okay, I have a condition where in that row city value is New York. because you people mentioned if I use AND operator, I should get that record, right? Let me see why you are not going to get. New York is equal to New York is the first condition. What it is? True. AND operator. New York is equal to Los Angeles. What is true and false? That's why you are not getting the output previously. Why no records were coming when I use AND operator? This is the background of it. When I use this AND operator, no city will have New York as well as Los Angeles, both the conditions satisfying place. Because every row will have only one city value. You for that one city, only one of the condition maximum will get satisfied. If you take Dothan as a city, both the conditions are false. If a city is having Los Angeles, the second condition will become true, but first one will obviously become false. It's not going to come in the output. So you are not getting the records just because of it. No records gave you true as a resultant for this condition. What if I have used OR operator in this place? Just assume if I have written OR here, what is true or false? True, which means New York city value is going to come. Even though I have Los Angeles, this condition will be satisfied. First condition will be false. False or true? True again. If Dothan is a city, Dothan is equal to New York, false. Dothan is equal to Los Angeles, false. False or false? Anyhow, that would be false. So that is how you should think about it. So I'm applying the filter once again. Go to the equals operation. This time what I will do, for the city name, I am taking it as New York, and okay, and here this is also equals only, and I'm going for the Los Angeles. Going for the Los Angeles. And what is operator? Or I need to select. Then click on OK. So you're getting the outputs. Los Angeles is coming, New York is coming. Apart from these two cities, no record will come. Understood? So here the understanding is when I can use AND operator in one single statement. If I wanted to say when my two conditions need to satisfy for that record, then use AND. No, just one condition is satisfied for me. If it is sufficient, go with OR. This is the complete summary of the filter. Okay, now this entire thing whatever you discussed is in the text filters, right? It's in the text filters. Same way, if you go for the numerical column, suppose I'm taking the total discharges. What are the options under this total discharges? If you right click on this one, you can see, you can know, mostly we don't use this kind of option in the numerical filters, like selecting 11 only, selecting 12 only. Very rarely you will go for that. So mostly you can go for this number filters. You can see equals, does not equal, greater than. These options are different. These options are going to be different because they are text columns. These are numerical columns, right? If I want equals exactly wherever my city values are equal to total discharges value 11, only those are going to come. If you suppose take this first record, what is the number here? 91. You are going to check the condition. What is the discharge value? 91 is equal to 11. False. So that record should not come. If I have 11 present in this particular place, so 11 is equal to 11, true statement. So that record will come. So let us look for which records are going to come. You can see all the 11s in the total discharges column. If you have all the 11s, then that is going to come. So that is how the equals operation. In the same way, if you go for this custom filter, already I have just applied 11, right? So let me go for does not equal to 11. Wherever 11 is there, apart from any number, let it come. Let it come 12, let it come 13, let it come 14 also. Every other number will be considered. It is just like the not operator, which is another kind of operator. You can understand what is an and operator and or operator we have been discussed. What if you have a not operator? Let me just close this one. What if you have a not operator? Not in the sense, simply reverse of it. If suppose a condition is giving you true, not is not applied on two operators, two different conditions here, only on one single condition. So if I take it on the column number A, so true is the value, not of true, false. Again true is there. What is not of true? False. What is not of false? Just reverse it, true. What is again not of false? It is going to be true. So in my condition I'm saying not equal to 11, not equals 11, sorry, not equals 11. So that is nothing but you first of all find out the records which are equal to 11. Those you ignore. Those you ignore. That is going to be the same. So try to keep it simpler manner. However you understood, you try to remember, but remember it correctly. That is what my suggestion is. Okay, either you remember equals and just opposite you want to do, or generally should not be 11. That is the condition you want to follow. You can do that. Okay, so don't need to confuse much. Let us go back. Okay, so here apart from this one, what are the other options you can see? In the number filters, I'm going for the custom filter. Apart from equals, you can see does not equal is there, greater than 11. Now I want only to consider the hospitals which are having more than 20 discharges. If there are present in that hospital, I will only go for that hospital. Click on OK. What are the numbers you can see here? Are every numbers are going for about 20 only, right? If exactly 20, that is not going to come. I opted for greater than 20. So if you want for equal to 20 also, there is a chance. Go for the custom filter here. You can see there is a option for 2 is greater than or is equal to 20. If exactly 20, that is also still going to come. Same way you have less than 20. If you only opt for 20, less than 20 hospitals, you can see 20 discharged hospitals, only that. These are all easy things, guys, right? Not at all tough things, right? Less than. Next is what? Less than or is equal to. Sorry, between is there. Yeah, that's what we are about to discuss. That is what present now. The next one is that. So less than or is equal to, in the sense less than or is equal to 20, including 20. So between in the sense what? Range of values. So between 10 and 20, if I wanted to find out, so it will be going to ask you automatically, it will be going to take. Usually if I ask you, generally I'm asking a condition for you, can you write down without using between operator? Without using between operator, I wanted to find out the rows where total discharges are between 10 and 20. How to pass a condition, can you please tell me, without using between operator? Think of that I don't have between. If I ask you to normally write down, two conditions are there here. One is condition saying that consider the discharges, right? Discharges column name you consider should be between 10 and 20. 10 is my minimum value, should be greater than equal to 10. After that, less than or is equal to 20. Now which operator do I need to use? And operator or operator is the question. So and operator is correct. Why? Because I told you, and when I can use, both the conditions need to satisfy. Here my condition is between 10 and 20. If you have any doubt, just take one number. Suppose I am taking 30 as a number. I'll come here. 30 is my discharges value. 30 greater than or is equal to 10. True statement. 30 less than or is equal to 20. False. So both the conditions need to satisfy for me. But here that is not happening. So because of this, 30 should not come, right? Of course 30 is not between 10 and 20. So that is not coming. Which operator is giving you that? And operator. Suppose if I have gone for or operator, this record will come. Why? Because one condition already satisfied. So greater than or is equal to 30 greater than or is equal to 10 is true. Even though other condition is true or false, no problem, that will again go and take the record. So between operator, if you don't want to use, this is what is the way. Greater than or is equal to and less than or is equal to. This option was already provided for you here. Can you see? Is greater than or is equal to, is less than or is equal to. Your number should be greater than or is equal to 10, should be less than or is equal to 20, and operator is already selected. You just need to click on OK. So between 10 and 20, which are the numbers are present, both inclusive. You can see 20 is also inclusive. It won't exclude the 20. If your number was exactly 20, it should be considered. Understood? So this is how between operator. Same way you can see some of the operations that are present here is top 10. So top 10, above average, below average. These three are extra things present here. What is meant by top 10? First of all, let us remove the filter. What is meant by top 10 means you have the numbers right here. In that, what are the highest top 10 numbers? What are the highest top 10 numbers? Let us go for the top 10. Just click on it. Here, the similar filter or this similar layout, you'll also come in the conditional formatting again, the same Excel itself. But let us see this one. So top 10 you want, right? So click on just OK. Whatever is the top 10, just click on OK. 10 records. You want to see how many count? Just select the column. How many in the row count? 11. Why? Because header is there. Just remove that. 10 rows. That's it. Top 10. And these discharges are the highest discharges present in the entire data set. So it is not just giving you option to only select for top 10, but if you go there in the custom filter here, sorry, wait a minute. Let us, it is different, right? Let us go for the top 10 once again. In the top 10 itself, there is an option for you to change the number. Suppose top 9, top 3, top 15, top 50, you can opt for that. You can either use these arrow symbols to reduce it or increase it. And also there is no need for it to only go for the top, even last 10 you can see bottom. Maybe the title was showing only top 10, but once you go inside you have top or bottom option, even the number changing option is also present. Okay, so I'm taking bottom 11 items. Bottom 11 in the last, what are the 11 items are there, you'll get. But the doubt is here, why are you getting these many records? You should expect only 11, means only 11 should come, but you can see how many are coming. 7815 are coming. What do you think? Hmm? Okay, let me do one thing. I will do that. Okay, let me clear the filter. Okay, okay, I will do that. I will go for this top 10. What I have selected, same thing I'll select. Bottom, okay, I placed what? 11. Still the same. What's the problem here? Answer is in front of your eyes here. There are different types of values it is looking for. When I select bottom 11, what are the least 11 discharge numbers it is taking? Among that 11 is one number. With that 11 as a number, there are suppose 1000 hospitals present, all 1000 are coming. After 11, suppose you have 10. With that 10, you have 5000 hospitals, all 5000 will come. When I select bottom 11, with that number wise it is coming. 11, 10, 5, 4. If there are the 4 numbers, and still if you have anything less than that, only that number it is taking. With that number, any number of records it can be, it was giving me all those records. To avoid this problem, if you want, you can remove the duplicate values in this column. You can go for that. Okay, but if you remove the duplicates, this is not a correct way to remove the duplicates, because this data set is not expected to remove anything here as of now. Okay, so that's the reason I'm not removing anything. But keep in mind why you are getting these many records. With the 11 as a number, which is one of your bottom 11 values, with that so many records are present. After 11, you can see there are so many records are coming with this 11. I'm still scrolling it down. I guess some thousands of values are present with this 11. See, still so many are there. I can't even do that. You can still make it down somewhat. See, everything is going to be 11 only. Bottom 11 items. So in this way, your complete data was occupied by this exact 11 items. So we'll do one thing. We can get this better understanding in the conditional formatting option, where you are going to highlight the top 10 items, bottom 11 items. At that time, what you'll get is all unique values it will consider and it will give you. So there it will avoid the confusion for us. And in the same place, you have the two options still, which is above average and below average. So what is it meaning is, for this entire total discharges column, it will first of all calculate the average. When you select the column itself, it will show in the bottom what is average. 42.77. Hope you're able to see at the bottom, count, sum and average, 42.77. So in the total discharges column, if your number is greater than 42.77, which is above average, those records only if you want, then you can opt for what? In the number filters, above average. Above greater than how much I told? 42.77, right? See, 43, 45, 48. Can you see? No number was below 42.33. Understood? Same way, you can opt for below average, less than 42.77. Okay, like that you have above and below average also. So just try to do that practice today. Try to look for each of the option, whatever are present in this place. Understood? We will stop up here for today then.